Good evening. Welcome to Financial Planning 101. What the rich and wealthy do not want you to know. Now, back in the late 1980s, there was an artist named Johnny Kemp that came out with a song. The lyrics was "Just got paid. It's Friday night. I'm party hunting. I'm feeling right. Bodies are shaking all around. Just one thing, I'll be getting down." And that lead me into another song that I heard somewhere around 2009, 2010, where the artist's lyrics were, "I had one too many drinks and I ended up at the embassy with this pretty little thing from Memphis, Tennessee. It was a one night extravaganza." Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I don't see that as an effective way to release or have released after a whole week of renting myself out to an employer, getting paid, going out to do something that I think is fun, and come back home 200 or more dollars less in my pocket than I started out with. And I want to ask a question. I would just want to make sure that I'm talking to the right room. How many of you, by show of hands, make so much money that you don't want to make another dime? I'm going to put my hand down because that's not me. I also would like to ask you, how many of you would like to legally save on taxes? Now, I make that statement and I emphasize the word legally because I'm allergic to prison. It makes me itch. Just got to get that out there. Now, at some point in time, everyone has had an idea, had a dream, a focus about their retirement. Well, if I can show you some financial concepts that are simple, would that be something that you'd be interested in? Then I'm speaking to the right group of people. Welcome. Our culture has been making a name for itself as being a leader in debt. The average individual debt is about $50,000. Now, I'm not talking about any large purchases such as a home or vacation properties, anything like that. I'm talking about the basic: car, credit cards, student loans. Now, some of those things are good to have, but other things we don't need, especially when we already have them. So why is America so bent on spending or acquiring things that we really don't need? The latest TV, the latest cell phone. These things are putting us into the financial poorhouse. Getting more stuff doesn't make us important. Our friends could care less if we have a 70-inch TV. The person on the other line receiving your phone call can care less that you have the latest iPhone. They're just talking to you. Another reason why we might be spent on spending is that we've never been taught to properly save. Somebody might have told you, "Hey, put your money in the bank. That's the best place to save it." Good advice, bad institution. Reason being that the bank gives you less than 1% on your money. At that rate, it would take you forever for your money to grow in a fashion that you want it to grow in. Now, back in his day, Dr. Albert Einstein came up with a concept that he called the rule of 72. He named this the ninth wonder of the world. He said he could care less about the other eight. He just know that if you use this concept and use it effectively, you can build wealth. The essence of the rule of 72 is this: if you take 72 and divide it by your interest rate or your rate of return, it will equal the number of years that it takes your money to double. And that's what we want to do, ladies and gentlemen. We want our money to work harder for us as we work hard for it. Now, another reason that we might be locked in the spending It's because we're living for the moment. We're expecting the future to be there for us, to take care of us. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that it will not. The age of the Social Security is being moved back. 401ks and IRAs are just as hard to get now as they ever were. So how do you effectively survive? Well, first of the things that you need to stop living for the moment. Because if you live for the moment, live by the seat of the pants, you're going to be just as broke as an old refrigerator and just as empty. And if you choose to continue to live by the moment, you may just die in an instant. Now, I would like to read this statement because I believe the wording is powerful. It says, so maybe you weren't taught to save properly. Or maybe you just wish to keep up with the Joneses. Or just maybe your future is not worth being considered at the moment. But it's never too late to stop, to start, and to learn. Well, you might be asking, well, how can I build for my financial future now that I'm older? And that's a good question. Starting to plan for your financial future is more important now than it ever was. Concepts for building our financial future are simple and easy. Effectively, if you save $3 a day times 365 days a year, at the end of the year, you would have saved $1,095. Most people spend $3 on a cup of coffee or whatever, but you spend $3 very simply. It'd be just as simple as to save $3. Now, if you get an institution that can give you about 8% as a rate of return, effectively at the end of the year in your account, you would have $1,182.60. Simple concept. Another thing you might want to do is start saving now. Learn how to save and where to protect your money. Also, you might want to learn how to get more information on investing and how investing works. Also, I want you to sit down with yourself. Go back to when you were a kid. When we were children, we had dreams. We had goals all the time. We wanted to be doctors and lawyers. We wanted to be firefighters and policemen. We would tell our friends, we would tell our families. We would go to Big Mama. Big Mama said, baby, that's a lovely dream. Go on and live your life, baby, and accomplish your dreams. So what happened to our dreams, ladies and gentlemen? Life happened. We grew up, we got married, had children, bought cars, bought homes. And our dreams, we either simply forgot about them or we put them on the back burner. But today, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to revisit those dreams. Go back to those dreams, sit down with those dreams, and ask yourself, why were they so relevant then? And if they're still relevant today. If they are, write them down. If they're not relevant, try to find another dream or another goal to replace it. Another thing I would say to do is to seek a financial advisor. Now, financial advisors come in a couple of ways. You have financial advisors out there such as your Merrill Lynch's, your Chase, your JP Morgans, who charge their clients upwards of $5,000 per hour to sit down with them. And if you're not coming to the table with at least $1 million or more, they're not even going to sit down with you. So there are financial gurus that's out there that will give you sound financial advice for free. Shameful plug. Hello, my name is Marvin Scott. I represent World Financial Group, and I can be contacted at 757-349-2734. That is 757-349-2734 for free financial advice. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not proud of it, but I hope you receive it. Start saving now. It's easier than ever. As I stated before, you can start with $3 a day. You can start with $1 a day, but you need to start now. We're not doomed to a life of spending, but we can learn concepts to help us to start to save and build a strong financial foundation for our life. Had I not gotten this information about a year ago, I too would still be struggling, drowning in financial debt, and on my way to financial death. But someone gave me the concepts. I would like to give them to you. And hopefully, together, we can live our financial dreams. So my final question to you would be, would you like to live your financial dream or forever be haunted by a financial nightmare? Thank you.